Okay, so that's going now. Zoom in. Always one small detail. I forgot to hit the publish button. All good. All right. We got that happening. We got that happening. We're live. Here's the mirror effect for the beginning. How's everybody doing? Go to the chat page and see what happens there. Got YouTube happening. Nobody's watching. Yay. Okay, I'll just play. Pause that. Hey, there, Big E's first. Big E. You be number one. Hi, Raymond. Welcome. People are starting to show up. Let's see. Retry. Yeah, so that's happening here. Okay, so we are snappy happening. Okay, zoom in a little bit more. We're going to be playing with Percussa, which is turning out to be really fun. Hi, Johan. So there's some really cool stuff happening. I'm so thrilled. Percussa is where we're going to start. This is so fun. Where do you even start with something like this? It's really funny. So this library has 45 multis. We're in the process of spitting out all of the various patches. I'm going to be making kit versions of all the multis. There's a lot of work to do. It will be coming out on Friday. I think that's the 19th. Is that right? Let me check, because this is the 13th, so I think it's the 19th. Yes. Yes, Friday the 19th. Have a lot of work to do. But it's so cool. So this is cinematic percussion. I went through my libraries and my database and found a whole bunch of different random percussion hits and noises and booms. A lot of stuff from Super Macho Drums, actually, that were just, they're in kits. I don't think they're being used a lot. And I was like, it'd be really fun to see what happens if you could put these in with the arpeggiator and with all the programming tools inside of Omnisphere. And so I got it to Exosun in Florida. I got it to Airwave in Brussels. And the three of us turned out 45 multis that do some really cool things. On top of this, I will give you the reveal. Well, first of all, check this out. The artwork just got done for the library. Let me see, open with preview so I can resize it. So if I make it a little bit smaller so it actually fits the screen, because I can't see it. Minimize that. There. So Matt, I think he's now in Poland. He's my graphic artist guy. And he was having a hard time finding artwork. So was it last night? No, 2 nights ago at like 1 a.m, I got out my camera and some of my percussion and took this picture. And then he synthesized it, because the whole concept is percussion but synthesized. We're not trying to be an accurate percussion library. We're not trying to compete with those libraries exist. People have already done that. And so in 2017, you have to make stuff that's new, that people haven't heard before, that has a different vibe to it than what's already out there, right? So Omnisphere 2 turns out to be perfect for this, because the marriage of the effects and the synth engine and all that cool stuff. So we now have taken that concept and turned it into a reality. And I'm going to just give you a sampling. We'll go through all of these here in a minute. Some of these are really fun. Cinematic Transfer, Airwave. this, Dark Waters, is Exosun. This is your dystopian, distant future. Something bad's happened. Hey, Ark, welcome. Cool to see lots of people showing up in the house for the Saturday live stream. Oh, by the way, don't forget, buy some sounds for your mama. Don't forget, there's a sale going on. I got a really good sale. Let me see here. Is this it? No, that's file replacement file. That's not it. Where's my Mother's Day sale? I have so many things going on. Well, if you go to the website, plugandgrew.com, you'll see there's a thingy on the very top of the page to buy some sounds for your mama. Mothers need sounds. And 30% off by using promo code I love my mama. Only for this weekend. So after Sunday, if you're watching this video, that promo code doesn't exist. I do this every year for Mother's Day. I love the whole idea of show your mother some true love by buying her some sounds, because she'll be happy because you're happy. I love that. That's funny. Okay, so anyway, back to the fun stuff. This dehumanizer. This is cool. Now this is at 123 beats per minute. $155. This is one patch. So it goes from a sub How is it doing that? Let's take a look. Because half the fun here is, of course, evaluating what's going on. So this is one Airwave did. And by using inner space, which is why my computer's going crazy, and the resonators, and not only just the resonators, but also using a mod envelope. Number one, check this envelope out. This is a beautiful thing. To change the harmonies of the chord. Isn't that cool? Let me go turn off inner space because it's just killing my computer to have it on. It's more boring without it. But we could go to that envelope. There you go. One, two, three. So the whole idea is to just, where can we go that we haven't been before? And there's a whole lot of places. Check this out. This is really cool. Right next to that is Dart. This is the Dead Vale Forest. I did this. One day on my bucket list is to go to Dead Vale Forest in Namibia. It's just one of those places. It's a really cool place. Okay, so I know a whole week for the library, but I have a bonus reveal. You guys will not want to miss this. Do not leave. There's something crazy coming. So Dead Vale at Night is mine. This is 160. Yeah, so we can set it at 160. So you have a nice cool groove, and this is similar to where I wanted to bring in musical elements for like a starry filmic moment. So it's this dead forest, right? And at night, who knows what happens in the middle, surrounded by all the sand and stuff. So I imagine these cool things that come out and dance around these dead trees. So just move the mod wheel all the way up. And it changes to noise. And because it's a keyboard, I can play the whole keyboard range. And pitch bend. So cool. There's another one that I did, just finished, that's really cool. Shadow of Death. Check this out. I'm supposed to be showing them in order, but I'm not. So what? Shadow of Death is using that idea of once Airwave did that, I was like, I want to play with that. So I did something using that chordal shifter thing. So here's... Oh, this is a different trick, I think. This is so cool, though. Listen to that. And when you take your hand off the key... Isn't that cool? Yeah, this one where I hit toms. That's what I did on the mod wheel. So there's a tom fill. And I showed this in the last live stream. There's this sound, this kick pattern. This is based on a groove for the soundtrack to Modern Warfare. And it's the cool tricks in here. Let's pull it apart a little bit. So there's this sound right here. It has inner space, giving it this weird harmonics. Listen without it. And then right here, this delay. The BPM delays have abilities to do a feedback on itself. And a lot of people don't know this and don't use it, but if you set it back, bring up the drive, you need to keep this at even and set the feedback overdrive to post so that it overdrives after this signal so it doesn't do it through the recursive repeats. But now when you bring up the emphasis, and then I have an LFO, because this is the magic of Omnisphere. I have an LFO, and if I want that to be more pronounced, I could just bring it to be more strong. I just didn't want it to get too... The other thing that's cool with this, and I don't have it on sync because I don't want it to be in clock. I just want it to be just randomly just going around. The other thing that's cool about this is if I show the modulation as a mod envelope, if I turn this off, just a boring kick. But mod envelope 4 is a nice spike. And another thing that's cool with Omnisphere is that there's a depth controlled right here for the envelopes. Right? So if I go over here and I enable that, I have that spike being controlled by velocity. Go back to here. Show modulation velocity. So velocity is controlling that, and then this arpeggiator pattern. So what this means is I can take these and I can change my accents. And I can make any kind of a spiky whatever I want. And if I wanted to be more pronounced with resonance, no, I'm not using resonance on this. Okay, never mind, can't do that. But that's just one part of this sound. And that's what's so fun with this library is it's this composite. All this stuff's going on. But it's like 6 parts. So this is the toms. And I had them going through their own really cool, weird chain, including inner space into delay. And the arpeggiator's doing a cool little accents here and there, then it goes away. Right? So when you put that into the groove, it just shows up. So you got all this crazy fun stuff. That's the power of this stupid plugin, man. There's just so many, there's, that this marriage hasn't really been, there's no other synthesizer I can think of. That's why I have so many libraries for this, in this plugin. Is there's no other place, sandbox-wise, to go play that is anywhere nearly as much fun as Omnisphere. It's just so much fun. So I'm not sorry for it. more. So all the tips and tricks with all the libraries. Yeah. It's tips. I want to share what I do so that you guys get it. So we'll go through the whole library in the second half of this video. It's time for the big reveal. The big reveal is this. There is a sound design monster who is as much in love with sound design as I am with synth patches. His name is Robert Dudzik. He lives on the East Coast. This is me with him. He's a friend of mine for a number of years. He's been a customer, bought most of my libraries. His trailer credits are rather extensive. He's very well known in the industry. My sounds are on virtually all of these trailers. It's an honor. I mean, I don't do a whole lot of promotion with where my sounds are, but they are pretty much on most of the major films, all that kind of stuff. I have a number of customers that do this work. But I'm not into tooting my horn because my sounds, I think, speak for themselves, and that's kind of where I'm at. Anyway, Robert is insane. Robert likes to hit things. There's before, there's after. Nice used car. My daughter needs a car here pretty soon. Oh, wait, I guess not. Yeah, there's microphones planted inside these cars while he is recording this source, doing these things to the cars. Right? Crazy. He has given me some sounds. Well, first of all, we are doing Percussa Volume 2. Well, he was just another one of his credits that will make this all make sense. He was a part of the team that created Damage for Native Instruments. And I have recorded pictures of him playing all the different drums and stuff at the sessions. He is doing Percussa Volume 2 with legitimate industrial hits, drums, all that kind of stuff. We're going to have a whole lot of fun with his samples. And as a special treat, he has given me 29. This is a guy that makes the hits that make hundreds of dollars each time they are used in a cinema trailer. He's given me some of those sounds to give to you guys today inside of Super Macho Drums. If you own Super Macho Drums and you go to the website, there is a bonus kit you can download right now called the RD Radical Kit, Radical SFX Kit. They are his samples. And he has given them to me. We have put them into Percussa. I'm going to be making, maybe towards the end, if there's time, I'm going to make a multi using these sounds. Do you want to hear the sounds? So here's the sounds of this Radical special effects kit. Let's hide all that stuff. This is available and on the net right now. If you buy Super Macho Drums, it's on sale with the Mother's Day sale. You too can... One sample. Still going. Listen to that. He has some subs. Listen to these subs. These are like, you have to be careful because it is true. The loan is nuts. The original of these were 96K. Isn't that amazing? I mean, these are what you hear in the films. So... these are in Super Macho Drums right now. It's so cool. So make sure that you get Super Macho Drums. People write all the time, tell me how much of a beast it is. And in the newsletter I just sent out, I said this is the 5th bonus. It's not. It's the 4th bonus. We don't have a 5th yet. We will. I love supporting and adding new things to this library. So that is available. And if you want to see, I'm not going to cover installation. There's instructions. Most of you guys have it. But now there's the Super Macho Drums, which has all of these kits, trap kits, EDM, dubstep, airwaves kit. There's the Mega Macho Drums original kits. There's the Shadow kits, which is a bonus download, and the Radical Effects. And then there's 2 things of bonus grooves. One from the Radio Ready, the pop, all the Madonna, all those grooves are available. That's all there. So these are also in Omnisphere for Percussa. So I will show you those in a minute, but I want to show you a couple other things that are really cool. So he did this video. It's very entertaining. This is called How I Do What I Do. Here, let's make this go away. Make all this stuff go away. Let me check the chat. What are you guys talking about? When will it be ready to buy? Percussa will be ready Friday, the 19th. That's my goal. If you own Super Macho Drums, those sounds exist right now. Here's the promo. You should have that screenshot where your sounds are used on your website. Oh, yeah, I got to do marketing. I know. I have a friend that I've made that's big in marketing, and we have all sorts of... I'm not very good at marketing. It's not my forte, but we will get more into, But here, check this out. Please enjoy. I'm going to be quiet for this, so here, enjoy. Here's the credits. So, that's the kind of promotion I need to do. I don't have quite the exact sign. It's not as exciting to watch someone. He's kind of torturing those knobs on that computer screen. I mean, it's not quite the same thing, but Robert Dudzik is an amazingly cool guy. Again, his sounds are going to be in the Percussa Volume 2 library. There's some bonus sounds he's put into the Percussa Volume 1 library. There is a bonus. Now that you've seen the video, you can imagine where some of these sounds came from, right? I love that. So again, if you want these sounds, they are a free download after you've bought Super Macho Drums. It's a bonus kit given by one of the big cinema monsters of the planet to us. I mean, I'm so lucky. Remember Mega Magic Bells Wins? It has all these. Is that here? If I go up to here. Oh, wait, I need to go here. Bells Wins. Remember all the Taglioni? Steve Taglioni. Oh, they're not here. I think I deleted that library. I can show you. But Steve Taglioni is another person that does an incredible amount of film work on all sorts of major films and uses my sounds on virtually all of them. And I know I need to promote and do some more promotion and stuff with that. But if you go to Bells and Wins, at the end of the list of all this bonus stuff is the right here, the TV stuff. So after you get past the instruments, the flutes and all the bells and stuff, you get to these things like here's the Arabic flute solo. This has been used in films, and he gave it to us. Flute and waterphone. I love, where's his solo? Is it the Dream Dance? Check this out. This is so cool. So I've been very fortunate to have some great relationships with some people, and I don't know, they're so giving that they give back to me, which I get to give to you guys. So that's really a cool reciprocal thing that I didn't expect to have happen with this. So please enjoy those. I'll show you. We're going to try to make something with them in Omnisphere towards the ends of this. I have one more thing I want to play from Robert. So let's see. Get rid of that. I have to say, open another movie into Logic. And go to here. And this is a chat Robert and I had, was it yesterday? I believe it was yesterday. This will prove to you that he is as crazy with sound design as I am with patches, because he does the same things I do. You ready? This is really funny. He's very cute. So this is your cello?
So this is, hold on, I gotta put like this thing. Yeah, so this is cello when I record. I use my magic button and stuff like this.
Oh yeah, wow. That's cello. Did you notice the Matrix Brute in the background? Yes, that's the most wonderful class. Is that a Stradivarius? Ouch. Painful.
So the whole idea is to record for me, like, take it easy because I'm not the cello player, obviously.
Right.
So I like to take a cello and just have the sound body of the cello, but doesn't sound like cello, but it's not played by the cello player.
Right.
It's played by drummer or by someone who
That's
the cello
toward
noises, you know what I mean? And
yeah.
it doesn't matter if you're gonna use like vibrator, electric razor, or something, electric toothbrush on this thing, or like
right.
take like a baby wheel, you know what I mean, and just spin over the wood. And all
Yeah, he used the cello to make those
about
sounds that you're
how
hearing.
How you're miking this stuff and
right.
how you position out there. So
yeah. They're awesome.
So much. Then I have I record, you know, like people think like I play piano. I'm not the piano player.
Right.
So I record piano the way how I like to play, how it sounds.
So, yeah. Wow.
So I get the sound body of the piano.
That's the body of a piano.
And you hear like the strings resonating.
Yeah.
The body when you start.
Sorry, I have to laugh again. I'm laughing on top of myself. It's insane.
So low.
So, that's Robert. He's an awesome cat. So those... Oh, wait. It's right here. Makes me very happy to play sounds like that. Gotta admit. So let's see. Let's turn off the movie ability here. Let's see. Movie. Remove the movie. There we go. And I can turn on cycle. All right. So percussa. Percussa. We'll start at the top and play through these. I'm going to solo them a little bit so you can hear some of the elements, because the cool thing with this, when I talk to Airwave and everybody is like, I want elements. I don't want this to be like one patch doing everything. So when I play this, it should be 145. You can solo. And even though this is film and it's 145, because it's arpeggiator-based triggering samples, you can go anywhere. You can go to 90 beats per minute and you know, I could go over here. Let's have fun for a minute. Gotta have fun. So go over here, see if we want the drums. Let's do future bass. Any style you want. Or you could it's very flexible. That's the point we want to get across, right? Okay. Angry War Machines. This is, I was listening to another one of these video game soundtracks and I was like, okay, yeah, we can do that. And it really needs to be fast. So that's 150. Here's like 180. I'm still working on that one. That might be a good one to put some of those new Robert hits into. The Brussels subway. Oh, this is 135, not 180. So. This is one where you bring up the mod wheel. Oh no. Again, you could go to any of the elements. And by the way, you see the order here. My assistant, Taylor Harris, is working to change the order of these so that the low will always be in the first slot, then the mid, and then the high on every one of the multis. So that way, when I make the maps for the kits, in theory, patterns and stuff you make for one can maybe work sort of with other kits because they'll all be kind of laid out with the same low to mid to high format. This is one of the first multis I made, and it really was kind of a proof of model kind of idea. So this is Cannibal Pursuit, which is 160. So let's make sure that we're 160. And the real cool evidence was when I moved up the mod wheel and I did all this filtering stuff. I was like, that's cool. You don't do that in battery. You can't do this in Geist very easily. And a tip. I've had a couple people talking to me about the ambience in these. There is a lot of ambience. There's no doubt about it. But there's a way there's a certain type of plugin that's really helpful to use on these. And that's called the Transient Designer. With this, oh, let's see. I have a groove playing inside of Super Macho Drums. Don't do that. So with this, I could bring down the sustain, because when you get it slower, that ambience blooms in some cases. From this, where it's big and bloomy, you can tame it down quite a bit with the Transient Designer. I mean, it's still big and boomy. And if you want, it'll be really easy to go into the low, go to that patch, and substitute out other sounds, because there will be other sounds in the library you can choose from. But the Transient Designer is something you should know about as an option for some of these. When you hear them and you go, gosh, that's big, that's a lot of ambience. There's ways around that, just so you know. Here's the cinematic transfer. Night with the half pipe. Dance with a half pipe, not night. So this is half pipes, like skateboarding. I'm not talking like the no pipe that you smoke. Maybe you do. I don't. And again, slow this down, and this is like killer for massive attack kind of things, you know. I can hear some new big, huge bass groove stuff going on. It's really cool. What else is next? Dark Space. Exosun did this. And what's cool with these is they're up and down the keyboard. So if you want, and you can hear some sounds didn't change pitch. That's because each patch has this tracking button you can turn on or off per layer even. So let's go in and turn that. And I believe it's in tune, so you can play it. And play other instruments with it. I have a whole bunch of different stuff. I could go. See, it's cool. So they're in tune, so you can play melodies with them. I'm making sure to do all that kind of stuff while doing these. Fantastic, thank you. Hi, Cheerflow. It's good to see you, man. Dark Waters, another Exosun. That's got a cool vibe to it. Oh, yeah. Strings. Great groove. Here we go. Ugly. Okay. And then I showed you earlier Dead Veil. Love that one. Dehumanizer. This is an airwave groove. This is the one that has that choral thing. And it's cool to think about it. It's Dehumanizer, but when you get to the modulation wheel groove, it kind of humanizes. Like this human quality is trying to come out. Those damn Terminators just get back to it. Dystopian Halls. I need to solo all the parts. That can be a whole different vibe than what it is when all parts are playing, right? Also, just be aware, every one of these patches, I'm not showing them today, every one of these patches will be saved out. You will have a library of over 250 groove patches that are organized. I had the guys name these and organize them either as low. Go back here. Oh, come back now. Go to multi there. As either low, which is like sub bass type things. Mid is woody type of things. And then high being anything shaker, high frequency, hi-hat, thinner fidelity up in the higher spectrum of sound. So that way you can go to one of 3 different categories and have a whole pool to randomly choose between. So what these are, you'll be able to take parts of one of these multis and mix it up with parts from another multi. So with 45, it doesn't seem like a lot, but that's over 270 patches, which can be combined in crazy ways. And for $49, you can't complain. It's a killer steal. Fireball Roundup. This came out cool. Let's see. 25. We did this on YouTube a couple weeks ago, or about a week ago. I've expanded it considerably. It was usually just a repeated groove, but I've now made it so that there's this bass line. So, is this here, part 2? But now notice, it's an arpeggiator pattern that's just gonna repeat, right? But it goes away. It's not there now. How did I do that? I'm gonna wait 30 seconds to tell you so somebody can pop up. Somebody tell me, how did I do that? Some of you have to know by now with all these darn videos I've made, how would I make it so it's there and then it's gone? Well, actually, with Omnisphere, there's a whole lot of different ways, isn't there? You were correct. LFO. I'm not waiting for the answer. I have an LFO to the amplitude that is set to 4 times, synced. So that way it's, if we look at this on the modulation page for LFO, here's your amplitude. So loud volume. Now it's down at the bottom, so you don't hear it. Cool, huh? And you hear a delay that's kind of fading up and out and stuff. That's because I have... No, it's not there. It's a different sound. That's what it is. And it's this one right here, 6. So check out 6. So it has this thing grooving. Mod envelope 4 is controlling this mix. So if we look at mod envelope 4, so when I play that in the groove, you can hear that mod, it's actually changing a whole bunch of different things in that sound. So it's dry. I believe it's also controlling the sample rate effect. Somehow, you hear it. Oh, it's probably another patch. Yeah. It's this one here. I took that same mod envelope and I copied and pasted it over here. And then I have that assigned in the effects, I believe, to toxic, to the reduce. So if we show this and mute it, this just sits and it doesn't do anything. There's other effects you hear blooming a little bit in there. But because this is happening too, sample rate reduction is a really cool effect. You can use it to cool effect like that. So, oh, the other trick I should show you guys. I think I'm doing it on this one. No, I'm not on this one. On some of these, I go in and I change swing to be subtly different values. By doing that, you can humanize it. And if you want to get really carried away, check this out. This is a cool power trick. Let's find... This has a kind of cool feel to it. Number 3, right? So let's go to 3. Let's make it louder so we really hear it. It's got this cool rhythm to it. There's no knob here that says humanize, but I'm gonna make a knob become humanize. Watch this. If you go to swing and you modulate it with randomize, every time it plays, it's gonna be a different swing amount. And you can make it more radical if you want. See the different values popping up for swing amount? And just offset enough. Here's without it. Hear how perfect it is? And without this. So there's your humanize knob. Swing with randomize on it. And you are welcome. All right, Go Blame Yourself by Airwave. 130. I'm going to do a YouTube video, probably modulated LFO and possibly. No, just an LFO. Just have an LFO cycle because it can, especially like the square wave, is great for doing half time of one value and half time of another value. So you can use it to do all sorts of, here something is in the mix and now it's gone from the mix. So you don't have to do anything tricky with it, anything like that. So does the plugin require a lot of CPU? Not a lot. Some do because of the use of the creative delay. I just forgot the name of it for a second. the creative inner space, I believe. Yeah, inner space eats up CPU power. So it's used on some of these. That does cause CPU, but for the most part, these are actually pretty efficient. I'm really surprised. But go blame yourself. It's just a mod wheel. Going for noise is very cool. Airwave is a talented gentleman. So let's go up here and say 140. This is the intensity stuff, right? Quick, get out of that building. It's gonna fall. Oh my God. Here's the noise part. Just insane stuff. Listen to that. Just noise. And then the tape delay, the radio delay is great for that coloration from the, and he's got what's happening here. All the wheels. Cool. Simple, but okay. That's one of those intense ones. Here's Guardians of the, I think it's News, yeah, Mini Market. Oh, Airwave, you're so funny. 60. So there's a lot of flexibility to these. Turn off the effects. That's without effects. And then if you needed to like minimize, what is 6? Just go to slack it. Give it a little release. You can make it die away fast if you needed to. So it's in this flexible world where you have control over every element to crazy detail. Oh, happy fairies. Oh, this, yeah. Happy Orbit Fairies. Yeah, can't read. This one I did kind of a tribute to William Orbit. I love some of his grooves. And this is kind of a... This is using that cool... Check it out. It's like all those kids' space teen. So it's fun. Okay. Hot Jungle Chase. I had a good time with this one. This is one where the toms are hiding on the mod wheel. So that anytime you want, let's see what tempo we're supposed to be at, 160. Remove the mod wheel. And it brings up delays and all sorts of other things. And it's in pitch, so you can play all sorts of stuff to it. Cool. Hyperdrive cooldown. You can see Klingons. Oh, this one is a hard CPU hit. What's going on? I'll have to study these because I don't want. Yeah, it's using that darn inner space will get you every time. Inner space on 2 patches, 3 patches, 4 patches. Yeah, we might have to look at that. 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 patches with inner space. That will make, yeah, my CPU is still maxed out. So I'm not going to play this one. I will talk to Exosun. We will make that efficient because that's too much power being required. Our computers can't play that. Jungle Crazy. You know, all Donkey Kong, happy. Welcome to Tahiti, my friends. Oh, this isn't in pitch. I'll have to fix that. I have a week. There's still stuff to fix. That's why I like to play these with you guys, because I'll make notes of the things that need to be fixed. Jungle Run on Trappist 1. 140. Wow. Forgot how close it is. It's got that recursive cycle. Even faster. Crazy. Looking for lunch. This was my cheetahs running wildly. 150. I love how this changes. The cheetahs are hungry. Yeah, there's no global effects off. That'd be nice to have just a big, and it kills everything. I'll mention that to the beta team. Losing blood quickly. Because I've thought about that. Because going through each of the 8 patches gets to be kind of a lot of work sometimes. This is a cool flanger on the mod wheel. The drugs are starting to take effect. Come here. Crazy stuff. Manhunt in the cave. I love the upbeat. Okay, I admit it. I watched Warcraft. It wasn't as bad as it could have been. It wasn't amazing. No Lord of the Rings saga, but it inspired kill humans. And on the mod wheel, this is also a throwback to Alien. I wanted some sort of like a metal. Is it in Aliens? The James Horner used this spike. I think it was James Horner that did the score, or Alan. It was one of them. They used the whole hammer on the train piece of metal. So I put that on the mod wheel. Again, transient designer can tame it down quite a bit. If you need that type of a thing. So that was really fun. I love that one. Especially since I don't have any big war taikos and all the things that you would normally use for that type of score. There's none of those in this library. Those are all synthesized, combined. I definitely believe I was using the humanizing on the swing to get each one of these. There's a kick. No, I didn't. But it's a MIDI file. This is straight up. So I use MIDI files to humanize things as well. Fun to do that. New Detroit on Trappist. I've played these already a number of times on Trappist 1. 140. There's another CPU hitter. Yeah, there's a lot going on. So we'll look at that. Off to War we go. Another one of these inspired by some love story between two teenage kids. This is fun because when you bring the mod wheel up, back into it. Painless medical procedure. This is fun for a little bit of insanity. And you notice these don't have any names. That's my job now, is to go through and name every patch. So this has a whole like Frankenstein lightning, these effects here. Isn't that cool? It's a boom, but it's got a whole lot of stuff changing to the pitch on the wheel. I don't even know how I did that. Oh, it's bringing up another sound as well. Has mon envelope 3. And the pitch fall on it. Yeah. And notice it's not in time. I didn't want it in time, so it just randomly just hits a splash every now and then. So where you set your envelope in time is the timing for the cycle. You don't have to do it to perfect timing. Sometimes it's fun to have things that are recursive and non-reliable. Pipes and corridors. Someone's getting caught, I can tell. But again, just keep those parts. Maybe maybe go to part 4. How about this? There's all sorts of ways to play with these. I love to dissect them myself. All right, Perfectionist. Yeah, some of these definitely in the CPU hard. Cool. Rolling triplets. 145. Oh, yeah, this huge CPU killer. Yeah, some of these hit hard because in the reverb, Airwave and Exosun were getting into using inner space to color the reverb to be different. I noticed that quite a bit. Which, where is our CPU hogs at? Something is. Wow. Is it granular? I just have to pull these apart myself to see what's going on. Harmonious there. I don't know. I just see my CPU go. Anyway, it's cool. Rotterdam triplets. Oh, triplets. Banger. Mod wheel. So fun. Shadow of Death. I showed this earlier. I love this one. Bring this down. This has this. This is another one that was Modern Warfare influenced. This has a cool couple things going on. Check this out. Where is it? 2. It's got the hit on 1, and then on layer B, I have one of my textures, and they're looped, so it just keeps going. And the arpeggiator is a solid just hold down note. But I wanted to break it up, so I'm using, there's EQ on this effect, this layer. If I didn't have the EQ, you wouldn't hear it as much. I also have this able to make it brighter as it brings up the distortion at the same time. So it starts dark, right? So the idea is you bring up the mod wheel, it brings in more distortion, and it makes it brighter at the same time. So do that a lot. This is assigned to the wheel. I think it's just to bring up a little bit of volume. Oh, to go down. Yeah, because the distortion, bringing in distortion is going to make it louder. So I had to offset that with this. The imager is a great utility for that kind of stuff. But the trick here that's really cool is the amp is at 0. Otherwise, it would just be doing that, right? The whole time. But no, it's dancing. That's because it's being modulated with mod envelope 4. So let's take a look at mod envelope 4. And I've got these triplets and stuff in there in different places, so it doesn't. I made this by hand, so I wasn't like trying to recreate. There's a couple other in the factory list of arpeggiators. There's some of these here that are very signature. Everybody uses them all the time and has this triplet feel at a certain time. This is different. And if you want, you right click on these. You could choose any of these to be. If you do that, make sure you go snap and make sure the length of time is a timing value that makes sense for having force. See? So use snap to get these. If you use the multiple timing value things, use snap to get the timing values to be where you want it. You could play this all day long. It's very fun. Good stuff. All right. Sort of samba. I was trying to go, no, maybe we could make like a, you know, something for a mariachi band, but it didn't turn out that way. Not at all. It's like Howard Jones, you know? Just simple, fun stuff. Dead Can Dance. This is badass. I love this one. Dead Can Dance is one of my favorite bands. I love, not one of my favorites, but I love what they do. So there's two versions. There's one that has tonality, and there's one. John, how do you get the ARP note stopped when releasing a key? Yes, it plays till the end. I've had that. That's why sometimes it's a cool effect. You know, you play Shadow of Death. And when I let up on this, sometimes the arpeggiator keeps holding that note, which it is, and then it finally lets go of it. I don't know the answer to that. It does it on weird things. There's also situations where if you have the ARP with like a long note like this, sometimes when you play a note, for some reason, it starts like that. The timing downbeat is here. So it only plays a short part of it, and then it goes away. And then the next time it cycles through, it plays the full length. It's not perfect. I don't know the situation there. It seems a little off with note offs on long releases on the arpeggiator pattern. Hey, Black Sugar Recording, welcome. Welcome. Cool. You guys are saying nice things. Thank you. Harley, thank you. John, will there be non-percussive orchestral patches added to the multis? Non-percussive orchestral patches? No. I don't have... This is taking stuff from Super Macho Drums and trying to see if it could make really interesting Filmex cinematic type percussive groove things. I think for the volume 2 with Robert Dudzik, we'll do some orchestral samples sessions and get some orchestral type things. I think. I don't know. That's going to come out later this year, so I don't know what it will be exactly. Yeah, but he does drums of all types. But there's no cinematic like timpanis and grand cabasa crash cymbals and orchestral snares. There's none of those in this library. I don't have any of those that I have sampled lately that I am free to use for my libraries. So no, I don't have that. So that's why I'm showing you what I've got, because this is what it is. Anyway, Dead Will Dance is dedicated to the Dead Can Dance. And thank you, Black Sugar. I appreciate that, man. So this is dedicated to the Dead Can Dance. There's two versions. There's the tonal version. I might make this a little more driving. It's not... That's the mod we love. But I worked really hard on the volume 2 or version 2. And I had this really slamming. So I'm going to put some of this into the Dead Can Dance. Hand claps. Isn't that cool? So those came out great. I'm going to get a little bit more of a drive. I want to keep the spirit of the original, you know, the girls singing amazing stuff. And this patch right here is really cool. And it's two elements. It's a string element on layer B, I believe. And then a noise element, which is using the LFOs to random eighth note triplets. So it's got the triplet feel. Oh, check this out. This is cool too. Not this one, but the big driving one. I worked really hard on part 5, that kick drum, to make it so that if you go to part 5, it's a boomer and another boomer, and you can play the pitch to control how big of a boom you want. So listen to the mix. It really changes the vibe. Or make it go away for a whole different thing. So to have control of that one component in the mix. Oh, by the way, I should point out, check this out. There's a number of sounds in this that Airwave made for this library. This kick being one of them. Notice I'm filtering it to get just the attack. But all these sounds in the library that say AW, they're all made through synthesis. There's none of them that are sample-based. He used a lot of Zebra 2 with the Hans Zimmer filters. So all these, that's not a sample, that's synthesis. So those are in this library. And here, by the way, are some of the radical. Turn off their picture so you can hear them for a second. I haven't done anything with these yet. Let's get the pitch like this. And turn on. Oh, I think I have Harmonia on. No, I don't. I have a delay or something. I have something going on that's. Or maybe just did it in the sample when you made these. So those are all in the library. Those are the Robert Dudzik samples that are part of the kit you can get right now over here. For those of you joining just now, Robert Dudzik is a sound designer. He's going to work with me to provide the samples for the volume 2 of Percussa, which hasn't even been started. But just as a token that he's a really cool dude, he sent he's just amazing. He sent me where I need to get to. Oh, these are the grooves. That's why I'm not singing the right things. So go over here. Super Module drums. Here's the Radical Special Effects kit. It's part of the download. If you bought Super Module drums right now, if you don't have it, you have all these incredible sound design effects. They also exist inside of Omnisphere for Percussa. And I haven't made anything with him yet. This is something that was given to me literally yesterday. So I was like, can I put these into a Super Module drum kit, please? He's like, sure. So all these really cool are there to play with. So they'll be in the final library. I've been ringing a long time. Hear the cassette tape? That thing he showed you in the video at the beginning of the playing with the cassette. There it is in there. Anyway, so I'm sorry for that tangent, but I wanted to show you the flexibility of the kick inside of the volume version 2 of The Dead Will Dance. All that stuff. Then I go off on a tangent. It's just going to happen. Here is the lab is exploding. We have to speed it up to 155. Yeah. Something bad is happening in the lab, man. Crazy. Here's your painful wait, because we all hate to wait. There's another where I sequence things out to play over time. There's the toms. And the cool thing on the toms, that pitch is because if on this one, yeah, I had this weird pitch thing I did. So you can play with this. If you set this to snap, you can have the pitch of the toms go anywhere you want. You know, it's fun to play with. There's other things that, like this hits. So here's your sub hit on 5. I haven't named them yet. I'll name all these. By the way, if you want to know how to name things, if you go to part 5, any of these that you want to name, 5 is the sub. So you hold down Option and you click right here and you can type in a name. This will be a groove. No, BPM. PM. Low, because it's a low sub. And painful. Boom. I'm going to name them pretty simple. So that's now named. I'm doing that after this live stream to all of my multis. They catch you, they kill you. This one's fun. The mod wheel. Well, here, I'll show you. This does not need much explanation. So mod wheel, ready? Every film needs those like pauses where, and then they get back into it and anytime you move the mod wheel up, the chase is off and you're safe. It's like a video game. I'm safe for a minute. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, safe again. Yeah. They wait. This is fun. Oh. It's the same as the painful wait. Okay. It's good to know I have both in there. I was trying to figure out the name, so we won't have both in the final. Here's the third world marketplace. And again, this is great. All sorts of tempos. Here's 145 down to 120. And it's got this really cool, like, but if you want, you can mute those two parts. And you got a cool groove. Okay. Turbo Kid. I'm losing my voice. How funny. Cool. Okay. Waiting for the moment. This can't be the same as the wait and they wait, or I'll be really in trouble. 110. Oh no, this is a cool one. This is a chordal. I don't have many of these. I didn't want to do a lot of these because I wanted it to be rhythmic, but this one seems to have stuck. Might flush it out a little bit more, but I love the. You can play chords. And let's go with the mod wheel. It's a cool bass thing. And I have I love to do that. I'm guilty. This is what you do. I have a delay into the chorus echo. So it's two different delays, but the chorus echo has this really cool chorus modulated delay to it to make things just keep moving, changing, and being a little out of tune. So having those two together, and then I use a mod wheel to control the auxiliary send of the sound. So I have this nice pulse, and then when I bring this up, I'm doing more than that. Yeah, I'm bringing up the filter cutoff too, I'm sure too. So because this is happening. So I'm getting more bright energy from the filter that's going into the delay that's now picking that up. So between that two, it's a two punch. You gotta have the filter getting brighter, which is putting more harmonic content for the delays to play with. So when you shut it all back down, those delays, because they're on this auxiliary bus, they don't go away. They keep ringing out. I love that effect. So no, they keep ringing even though the mod wheel's down. So that's the premise of getting that kind of an effect going. EVP. If you guys have questions, pop them up in chat. We'll take questions here in a minute. I've got 3 more to play. So 150. Yes, there's a Simmons tom and there's a. It's cool. Gene generation. Once again, CPU is being taxed a little. Where's that hit? Let's see. And the power drone. It's cool. Okay. Last one on the list is Sealtronics. Oh, C-Electronics. That's 150 also, so. And these are in the list at the end because they don't have a space in the dash. So I'll fix those so that they go alphabetically where they're supposed to go. Oops. All right. Reminds me of my old Korg Triton dual ARP combis, but in hi-fi and much more modern. Yes, I was part of the voicing team for the Triton. Did lots of rhythmic stuff on the Triton for the factory patches. Since the M1, I've worked with Korg, so yeah. Well, thank you for watching. I've got about 10 minutes and I'm going to go. I wanted to show you something cool. This is so cool. Have you guys seen these? These are so cool. And you got to see it with the plugin. So write up your questions real quick. Let me show you something really cool. So this is a plugin. It's actually, you don't see many of these. So this is really kind of cool that they did this. Microtonic is made by Sonic Charge and has the ability to play really cool patterns If I go open more presets, I think there's more here to choose. I just have to show all and then select. Right? Well, so they took the engine that is in this and they put it with teenage engineering into this, believe it or not. This can play these exact same sounds. You can make sounds in the Sonic Charge plugin. This has a little microphone. Here, listen to this. Here's the patterns. And I can change to different patterns. I could set it to a mode where I can play live. Right? So I can even change the knobs and it's crazy. Well, there's a microphone right here in the very top. And if you go over here to the little Teenage Engineering logo, you can go to a page where you hit transfer. Turn down your microphone just a little bit, or turn down, actually I'll turn it down here. And it will play through your speakers, and you push 2 buttons to set this to listen to that microphone. And this is like 1980 data cassette days, man. It reminded me, just watch. And look, it's sending over. When it's done, it stops. It is doing a transfer, like a data cassette, over your speakers to the microphone in this pocket calculator from Teenage Engineering to load patterns or transfer either 1 through 8 or 9 through 16 sets of sounds to this thing. It's just insane for a $79 little pocket thing to play around with. It has the microphone right here. It's got really cool for choosing sounds and patterns, volumes, headphone. I think it even has an input, so you can run input into it. I mean, it's just insane. Having so much fun with this. I take this with me all over the place to just play with when I'm like waiting for my dinner and stuff like that. $49 and next Friday for Percussa Volume 1. I hope you guys are all excited. Very excited to bring that to you. What CPU and RAM I have? I have a 2009 older Mac Pro Tower that I bought over eBay from a company in Las Vegas that soups them up. And it has 3.46 gigahertz, 6-core Intel Xenon with 32 gigabytes of RAM at the fastest speed. You'll notice this is locked at 10.9. Currently, Apple's at 10.12. I cannot update this computer. I will never update this computer because it has software that's proprietary for my Korg work and for software that doesn't exist anymore. The companies don't exist anymore that won't work on 10.12. So I'm actually going to be ordering, part of the profits of Percussa is going to go to buying a new computer so that I can get a 10.12 operating system on that computer. And this computer will go into the back corner of the room to the other desk I have for my assistant Taylor when he's here working, stuff like that. So can you use OMG MIDI files with this? Absolutely. Absolutely. You can use MIDI files from anywhere. And we'll be doing that. I'm going to be doing videos on how to mangle and twist around the sounds in this library in specific, and working with OMG too, because yeah. So the MIDI files for OMG drums, you just drag them over the arpeggiator and bang, they change. Oh, yeah, the arpeggiator presets that are, yeah. In fact, I use those all of the time. That's one of the secret weapons that have made it possible for me to make the library without it taking 6 months, is to be able to go down here to the OMG presets. Oh, you can't see them. Here, I can go like this, and I can, where's my little control panel? I can zoom out so you can see more. And these presets are a lifesaver. You still can't see, so let's go zoom all the way out. you can see down here, there's starters. The 8th note and 16th note and quarter note presets I use all the time. And then I would use different hi-hat percussion things just to experiment and find something that had a cool feel to it. And these are based a lot of times on MIDI files, so they change the feel in a cool way that's not an arpeggiator feel. So the OMG presets are cool. I will be including at least the starters as a bonus thing for Percussa, and we might actually go through and like save out arpeggiator presets, so that you'll have a folder of Percussa arpeggiator presets down here to play with. I will probably be doing that. That will keep me up late at night. Did you ever do a video about how to process samples to get them ready for tweaking in Omnisphere? No. That would be a good video. Hope you wait till Apple releases some new models. Not till next year. And I can't run the latest versions of Contact 5. None of the new updates to native instruments. They all require 10.12. So I need a newer computer. And these ones from Las Vegas, it's like $1,200, $1,300. They're not terribly expensive to give yourself a computer that can do 10.12, have more memory, hard drive bays, SSD, hard drives, all that stuff. So I need to do that just to keep current enough so I can play the new like I ordered the Spitfires, the BT Phobos. I can't play it. I can play it on my laptop, which I haven't downloaded because it doesn't have hard drive space for 50 gigabytes or whatever the crazy amount of memory is. It's not 50, but it's like, isn't it 4 gigabytes? It was a lot of memory. And actually, it's more than that, I think. But it won't play on this computer. So I got to have a computer where I can show you guys the new plugins that come out. That just makes sense. Anyway, thank you for watching, for your support, for your interest. It's fun to do these Saturday things and hang with you guys. It's cool. There's 40 of you still hanging out. That's awesome. And we will see you next Friday. Maybe we'll do a sampling masterclass. That might be fun. Just to get your conversation. It's more fun than just doing a... I can do the video where I'm just talking to myself, but it's more fun to have you guys ask questions while doing stuff like that, because I want to make sure that we're talking about things that are important to you. And there's a lot you can do to sample editing that even people that know sampling editing, they come in here and I show them some things and they kind of leave with their heads hurting. So I'd be happy to share with you that information. Yeah, 2018 new Macs, completely new. So, well, cheers to you all. Thanks for the kind comments. You guys are great, awesome, and we will see you in the next live stream. Peace to you all. Let's see. Let me go over here and hit this button to end this thing, and have a great Mother's Day. Don't forget, 30% off at my website. Buy some sounds for your mom. Mothers love synthesizer presets from Skippy. I'm sure. Because if you're happy, she's happy, right? All right. Would be great to have a real-time sound source feeding into Omnisphere. Yeah, I don't think they can do that. As far as I know, the effects are limited. Hey, Sebastian. Good to see you. Awesome. Thanks for everybody for joining and hanging out. It's been a really good time. Hitting the stop button. See you later. Okay. Bye.